Pete, you know what I see?
I'm worried.
I see success. I see a bright future.
Welcome to Back to Normal Iman Vlog 1. It is currently 7 o'clock in the morning, or 7:09. We're running kind of late this morning, and I thought I'd show you my sleep stats. So, got an 84 sleep score last night, and 81 readiness score, HRV of 48. I got total sleep 7 hours and 20 minutes, so decent. Would have preferred a little more. I got 33% REM sleep and 22% deep sleep, so you can see that right there. It was 2 hour 24 minute REM, 1 hour 33 deep, I believe. And it took me 17 minutes to fall asleep. Usually it takes me like 5-6. So all in all, you can see at the beginning there, a lot of wake ups. I think I woke up like 5-6 times. You can see all the white dashes. So yeah, not the best sleep, but good enough. We're gonna head to the gym. P and I are gonna head back today, and we'll record the entire thing. So let's go.
They love you, then they hate you, that's the curse. Yeah. Niggas always plotting on your worth. Yeah. But mama always taught you put in work. Put in work, yeah. Put in work, yeah. When your niggas switch up on you, that's the worst. Yeah. They love you, then they hate you, that's the curse.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I just thought I would run you through my process. Been taking some notes here. By the way, I don't normally take notes on my iPad. Just happen to leave my notebook and my pen at home. Little side note, once you guys hit maybe your first 5K month or 10K month, go out and buy yourself a nice Mont Blanc pen. First of all, it's tax deductible. Second, you just feel as though you're doing more significant work. And I'm a fan of anything that you can buy that's tax deductible, that you can reward yourself with. But it also just makes you want to do better work. Like for example, like buying an Oura Ring or buying a Mont Blanc pen, or maybe, I don't know, buying a nicer computer. You know, this is the new 16-inch fully spec'd out MacBook Pro. I had the 15-inch 2018 MacBook Pro, the one with all the overheating issues. So got this one. Like I recently got the iPad, which I also used to, once again, it's funny, I actually just finished up recording a video about the Apple Watch. Not a fan of this at all. Thought this might give me some added functionality. This, not a good purchase. Actually purchased the iPad, and I always used to make fun of people who had Apple Watches and iPads, but the iPad's actually been really sick in terms of like taking notes. I watch courses on here. I have Bear. Yeah, I watch like some Skillshare courses on here. I watch some YouTube videos on here, take notes while I'm watching it. This has actually been a good purchase. But anyways, but back to my point, reward yourself with a Mont Blanc pen. I just wanted to run through the main sticking points that I encountered, or we encountered as an agency in 2019 with our case study funnel. You know, case study funnel, I've built multiple 7-figure and multi-7-figure webinar funnels for both myself and my clients in the past. So if we compare a webinar with a lot of automation, you know, I use ActiveCampaign for my clients. Myself personally, I use Infusionsoft. If we compare something like that to a case study funnel is a walk in the park in certain senses. But one of the main issues is we couldn't actually track the cost per scheduled call because I couldn't put my calendar at the end of the funnel, because some people would just screw around and try to fill up my calendar thinking that I don't know what they were thinking, to be honest. Like it was just one of those things which would happen, and it's annoying because then I have to block them from ever booking calls again, and then Acuity scheduling does its thing and blocks their IP or whatever. Some people were just genuinely funnel hacking, like, you know, going through my funnel, and fair enough, it was annoying that they would try to like book in a call at the end. And some people were just tire kickers, to be honest. And you know, I've literally done thousands of cold outreaches, and I've had thousands of inbound leads come in through our ads and organic. So like I can spot a bullshit client or something that doesn't match up from a mile away. So because of that, the end of our funnel as it stands is actually a type form. That's good because obviously I can do more vetting, but out of the 4, 5, 6, sometimes a lot more than that, depending if we're running cold ads, leads that come in a day, there's 80% that are duds, and the 20% that are worth it, sometimes they can slip through the cracks. So I'm rebuilding this automation in 2020, and I want to change a lot. Some of the main points are, number one, I'm going to change from Acuity scheduling to Calendly and their team function. So there's two functions. There's a round robin, and when a event gets assigned to someone, it can actually get reassigned. So The way it'll work is at the end there will be a calendar and people will be able to book into Kieran's schedule, who's my product manager. Now Kieran's gonna take all of the sales calls for clients making less than $50,000 a month in revenue. Potentially if there's an info product business that's doing 25, 30,000, but I see a lot of potential, I might take it. But just kind of as a blanket statement, he'll be taking clients that are making $50,000 a month or less. Any applications that come in with $50,000 a month or more will be reassigned to me on Calendly. If someone's genuinely just kind of taking the piss and, you know, filled out a dud application, Kieran will just block them. So that's point number one. The second point that I'm gonna include is my current case study it used to be 1 hour and 7 minutes. I had to remove 15 minutes of me actually showing real life client campaigns, 300 grand a month return on ad spend for. A lot of you guys probably know which client I'm talking about. Unfortunately, so many people took screenshots of that and claimed that it was their own results. You know, there's a lot of weird and wacky stuff that comes from having a personal brand. Unfortunately, like Kieran was telling me on the team call yesterday, apparently there's someone selling clients pretending to be a member of IAG Media. You know, it just, I don't know, just weird and wacky shit comes with putting your stuff out there, unfortunately. So it used to be 1 hour and 7 minutes. Now it's only 50 minutes long because I had to remove that entire sort of in-depth case study of how we managed to get that client those results. So I'm gonna be shifting the case study from 50 minutes as it stands to roughly around 20, 25 minutes. I'm actually gonna include video of me this time in the same format that I do Agency Incubator, where, you know, it's got my screen, but then it, you know, switches to a wide angle view on the A7R3. And I'm also gonna incentivize these business owners to stay longer by shifting the case study from 50 minutes, first of all, 50 minutes to 20, 25 minutes, but I'm gonna give them a gift at the end as well, sort of in the free training style. Next thing, which we don't actually do at the moment, is SMS reminders. So when someone books in a call, they'll be getting SMS reminders once again through Calendly. We're gonna be shifting from Acuity to Calendly. And last thing, which we don't do at the moment, I just wanna beef up and make the scheduling page look more professional, more testimonials, and once again, same thing on the thank you page. Just make it more professional. You know, the way we run our agency and when it comes to onboarding, when it comes to our first strategy session with the client where they get to meet the team, etc. It's all just done so professionally, and I've had so many clients be just so impressed by the way that we carry ourselves. But I think pre them becoming a client, we can do a little bit more in terms of our level of professionalism. So yeah, that's just a few things that I want to share. As I said, for those of you guys who are in the secret Illuminati of knowing what copy-paste agency is, AKA, you know, the agency incubator students who will, in the next 2 to 3 months, to actually get access to copy-paste agency in the same format of agency incubator. This is literally the next 2 weeks working 10-hour days, focusing entirely on this. And you guys are gonna get the chance to just press one button. Everything's ported into your active campaign. All the automation is there, and step by step in written and video format, you can follow along, and you'll probably be able to set this thing up in 1 hour or 2 hours rather than, you know, 2 full weeks, even with all the knowledge that I know at this point. So yeah, back to work. Got an hour into my team call, so I'll speak to you guys then. So ladies and gentlemen, just poured myself a little glass of water. About to hop on this team call. It is currently 12:45. Turned on my phone and lo and behold, got a Stripe notification from one of my clients. This is a 3,600 pound a month retainer, but most of it comes from the back end, from the percentage of return on ad spend. I think most of you guys know by now that our minimum retainer is 4,000 pounds a month. That is the lowest that will go, and if we do it, it's rare, we're not happy about it, but it's because we see potential in the client and being a client that could stay with us for a long time. I can't show you guys the name obviously, so I'm gonna try and get Pete to like pull in at 70.
So my fingers are literally so you can see payment of 3,600, invoice paid by.
And yeah, that's pretty much about it. As I said, it's not much. I should also probably not be like insensitive here. It's a lot of money. Like 3,600 pounds from one client is literally what most people work 160, 200 hours a month to make, you know. But luckily where we're at with the agency, and at least for most of the agency incubator students, 3,600 is a respectable retainer. But as I said, for us, most of the money from this client is going to come from the back end, from our percentage of return on ad spend that we bill them monthly. So, and for those of you guys in agency incubator, just refer to week 3. I give you guys all the contracts you need for a client like this, where you have the retainer and then you're also billing them a percentage of return on ad spend. And then I also run you through, not just from the legal perspective, also from sort of the ethical perspective, you know, running it by the client first, making sure that you attribute correctly, making sure there's no double purchases or whatever, so that way the client is happy, everyone knows what the true value of what you're actually billing the client is, etc., etc. So for those guys in agency incubator, refer to week 3. I gotta get on this call. All right, ladies and gents. I don't know why I said ladies. Okay, all right, well, let's get straight to it. What's the mission for IAG Media this month? Reintegrate a predictable way to get clients. Mission for GrowYourAgency this month?
Return to operational excellency.
Return to operational excellency.
I've been getting purchases from UK, from France, from countries that I wasn't really expecting it. So I'm probably going to move the retargeting more to Europe and see if that helps.
Yeah, Danny, what leads did you pick out for me to reach out to? I'm gonna send a couple looms after lunch.
Search for any Facebook page of the school or of like a personal one. Didn't find any, so I'm pretty sure he's not running ads. He does have a pixel. In terms of him, he really likes cats and tattoos.
And obviously, we've had a few clients in the biotech space, and then you can mention our company cultures. Like on our team calls, we review our Oura Ring stats. So like obviously biohacking and peak performance is kind of infused into like the DNA of our company itself. That matched with, you know, the Spanish gaming and stuff like that. Yeah, I think you should reach out to this client. Wait, so who is this person in person?
My brother has got us.
This person impersonating us, saying that he's a sales rep for IAG Media, has brought us a client.
Yeah. I sent this guy a really threatening message, being like, obviously I have to tell you how serious this is and how we will investigate this, sorry, blah, blah, blah. And he came back like really apologetically. And it sounds like he's spoken to somebody in the course who's been like, Iman does like referral deals. So I think he's doing it with best of intentions. But he like tried to sign him and get him to pay on the call.
Wait, so this guy's legitimately like trying to close clients on our behalf on the call. Outcomes for today, this morning, I need to speak to you guys about that. I've been building out the new agency automation. Very, very exciting stuff. Like I'm really looking forward to this new case study funnel. I have to record one video. Gotta call Amex later just to get a personal credit card so I can start building my credit. Gotta send the Loom to the new client. As I said, just building out the new case study funnel, the contingencies and automation for that, and the emails for that. So that's me for today. What about you guys?
I'm still working on the organic report from last year. It'd be good if we could go over that in detail. And I've got some of the onboarding stuff to do for the funnel building company.
Yeah.
And then I have to do a couple ads for Josh on YouTube. That'd be pretty much it.
Okay, perfect. All right, let's go over Oura Ring stats. Kieran, where's yours?
I didn't wear mine last night.
Oh, and why is that?
Because I didn't stay in my own bed.
Because you didn't stay in your own bed?
Yeah.
You know this is going on the vlog, right?
No, it's not.
Okay, fair enough. What day? It was a Wednesday night last night. Jesus Christ. Could you not wait until the weekend?
To release my cheat.
Release your cheat. Yeah, no, that's all for today. Perfect, thank you. All right, well, I just got off the phone to Amex. Picked up my American Express Platinum card 3 months ago after literally maybe 2 years of people shouting at me going, you should get Amex, you should get Amex, you should get Amex. And to be honest, like, they're right, because I've had this card for 3 months. I have 253,187 Amex points, and that's without like, I don't like refer my code or anything like that. It's just genuine from spend in the past 3 months. It's annoying, a lot of places actually don't accept Amex at all, so should be a lot more points than that, but hey ho. If I had had my American Express card this entire year, I would probably have close to anywhere from 800,000 to 1.1 million Amex points. Once again, depends on like what I can actually bill on Amex and what I can't. But anyways, the reason I'm telling you this is because Amex, every time I get off the damn phone with them, I am shocked by how good their customer service is. Every time I get off the phone with Amex, I just sit there and it makes me want to have better customer support. Like, I take pride in having great customer support at Grow Your Agency. The past 3 months we've been kind of off. Well, the past 3 months, quite frankly, we've been very, very stretched. But day to day, we have very good customer support. I've been very inspired by companies like Zappos and just kind of their philosophy around customer support. But yeah, every single damn time I get off the phone with American Express, I am in awe, I am inspired. So genuinely, I think Amex is one of 2 companies maybe that I've ever called, and I've left just feeling great about the entire process. One of the reasons that I didn't get American Express also as well is because the nightmare that I had to go through to get my Barclays business account, like just so much dumb paperwork and this and that. And I was like, oh, I cannot be bothered to go through this again. Yet American Express, once again, they have no physical bank. So setting up with them was the easiest thing ever. Now, for those of you guys who don't already have an American Express, trust me, this is coming from someone who's a total idiot about it. I should have gone American Express sooner, especially those of you guys who maybe have e-commerce businesses, charge a lot of ad spend onto your account. Look, my goal with my American Express is, by the time I'm like 40 or something, hopefully I'll have like 20 or 30 million points, and like if anything ever happens, like I got that safety net there. I've made a commitment this year. I actually just took my last ever business / first class flight because I was booked months prior to Mexico when I went on the ayahuasca retreat. But this year I made a commitment, no more first class or business class flights. Do it for the children. No, like it sounds like so ridiculous, but seriously, I think the past 2-3 months really has given me a little bit more perspective on the value of money. Sure, I love, like for example, this place I booked, 3-4 months ago. Sure, I love being in a $15,000 a month villa. Sure, I love flying first class. Sure, I can do it, and it's no issue financially for me at this point, and I'm very, very blessed to have gone to that point. But as I said, really in 2020, I'm on some generational wealth type shit. I have no interest in just kind of being rich and spending money on things that just don't really fulfill my soul. And I'm still gonna spend a hell of a lot of money on things that are important to me: living, health, biohacking stuff, go to the nicest gyms, having the nicest equipment, watches, but I've really started to make more of a conscious decision about how I spend my money other places. So back to my point, which is in 2020, I will never, ever, ever have to pay for a flight simply by using the points from money that I've spent with Amex that I would have spent anyways. The amount that I spent on my Barclays debit card that I've never gotten any value back from is a little crazy. So please, I beg all of you, get American Express. Also, it helps build your credit. This is the platinum, so it's a charge card rather than a credit card. So that's not as valuable in terms of building your credit. Also, this is a business card rather than a personal card. That's actually another reason that I called them, was I'm looking to get a personal card as well so I can start building my credit score. American Express referral link down below. No, I'm joking. Should I? Actually, yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna think about the points. I'm gonna drop my American Express referral link because what, this isn't a paid promotion, but you should get on it. But anyways, as I said, build your credit scores, ladies and gentlemen, because as a wise man once said, what did JC say in that song? You know how the Jews own all the houses in America? Credit.
Drop the mark.
So last thing on today's agenda is I have a Loom to send. This is a client that Danny brought to my attention earlier today. Very, very interesting client. I think there's a lot of potential here. Very interesting niche. So I've gone ahead, prepared all my tabs, prepared my Word document, and in the same layout and the same format that you guys are familiar with in Agency Incubator, I'm gonna go ahead and do my legendary Loom outreach. So this will be 10 to 15 minutes long. Now for those of you guys who actually wanna see what I say in the Loom, I'm gonna be posting this in the Grow Your Agency community. I'll preview 20 seconds of Loom. But yeah, I'm gonna get done with this now and then off to dinner. Saturation is inevitable, so take this thing seriously by running ads to extract as much value as possible. You have a short window, you have a shurt time frame until more competitors come into market, it gets more saturated, and things just get more difficult, and you have to put way more work to get the same result that it used to be easy. The beautiful thing with advertising is we can reach your entire audience. On Instagram, we can reach your entire 1.1 million followers. We can reach every single person that's ever liked your photo because Instagram, obviously owned by Facebook, collects all of that data. So when we run adverts on Instagram or Facebook, once again, the beautiful thing is we can reach your entire audience because quite frankly, I'd say less than 5% of your audience actually even knows that tattoouniversity.com exists. So ladies and gentlemen, we actually had a clip from this vlog, but got lost somewhere in translation. Pete went off to Dubai, so it's probably stuck there somewhere. But anyways, I think we ended off a vlog with me meaning to read or finish a book. I managed to get like 80% the way through. Pretty short book. Was only like an hour and a half read or something like that. So that concludes this vlog. Once again, if you guys want me to continue making these vlogs, because it makes me wildly uncomfortable doing it, if you can't already tell, I just kind of want to get on with my day. Like it's a bit of a, to be quite frank, it's a bit of a pain to like document my day and document what I'm doing and like all that stuff. So if you guys want me to continue making the vlogs, go ahead and smash the like button, show some support in the comments, and yeah, that's pretty much about it. I'll see you guys in the next vlog, hopefully.
Working with someone else on a couple of V's. What do you really think of the nigga that's making your beats? I've done things for him I thought